pleasant good morning to everyone. And morning. So we have all the supporters here. So I welcome you all to this joint event of PropTech and Asia CEO, the Sustainability Forum, which is the first partnership that we did, and our first face-to-face event. And we're so happy that finally it's happening. So this forum will actually highlight how sustainability and technology can impact our lives and improve the living standards of our country and all the businesses in the country. So, but before I proceed, they've been saying about all the major sponsors and all the others, but I'd like to do it again. So the major sponsors are Airspeed, China Bank Savings, Imperial Homes, Infinity, Solar, PLDT Enterprise, Regius Spaces, and our platinum sponsors, Wilcon Depot. The CEO is not here, but he's also one of our founding directors. Damosa Land, PDP Architects. Our gold sponsors are Matchmo, and founding corporate members who are also participating here. We have Rosie Chai, yes, of the City Homes, My City Homes, and Umpisa, Aboitiz Land, Multisys, VR Spaces, MDI, IPM Holdings, Espina Yumol Law Office, RS Ezon and Associates, Margery and Ad Partner. For such a short time since we launched, we have all these really great leaders of the industry that have joined PropTech. Aside from the fact that we have 8 founding member organizations, which is SHEDA, OSHDAP, NREA, we have FinTech, we have ASEP, we have Bankers Association of the Philippines, and we have PRA, Philippine Retailers Association, and I don't know if I missed one, no more. We have 8 big founding organizations, which has thousands of members. So, let me now go into the serious part. So the current environmental concerns we are dealing with challenge all sectors of society and different industries to rethink our ways and practices in rebuilding our volatile future. The future must be green or it will be nothing at all. Deviating from traditional and conventional unclean and unhealthy methodologies in construction can't really transform our lives into making innovative and technologically advanced and sustainable systems. It will address the impact of the climate change concerns and its adverse effect in the economy and humanity. So, a sustainable future can be realized through technology, the key that will open many green possibilities and solutions. So, I will take, for instance, our company, Imperial Homes Corporation, wherein innovative green technologies are integrated into our housing communities. Let me share you our story.
In the Philippines, solar-powered communities have elevated the living standards of thousands of Filipinos. Several communities have harnessed the sun's energy, resulting in savings, comfort, and peace of mind. In 2011, Imperial Homes started installing 50-watt peak solar solutions in projects in Albay, Batangas, and Cavite. In 2014, Imperial Homes formed a joint venture with Infinity Global, a leading global energy firm, to establish Infinity Imperial Solar Solutions Inc. In 2015, the partnership between IHC and EC led to the building and launching of the first solar-powered housing community in the Philippines, Villa Verde, Santo Tomas. That same year, IFC awarded IHC with the first preliminary EDGE certification. Pag-ibig released its first loan takeout for a solar-powered home. IHC partnered with Conovate Philippines, a manufacturer of Danish high-performance concrete technology. In 2019, Energy Regulatory Commission launched the amended net metering rules, enabling easier access to solar. In 2021, Imperial Homes Corporation was awarded the EDGE Advanced certification. In the same year, National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation or NHMFC's Balay Verde offered as low as 3% interest rates for sustainable housing developments. The energization of the first solar net meter community, Villa Verde 13 Martires, will contribute to a savings of 1.2 billion pesos for the whole community. Moving forward, Imperial Homes Group of Companies encourages more developers to build solar-powered, resilient, net-metered communities across the Philippines.
So despite significant... Rose is clapping her hand there because, you know, she just launched a 3,000 solar-powered community, which made us really very happy in the industry. So many more are going to follow. So despite insignificant advancement in technology, carbon footprints of building is still growing. While building operations account for 27% of all global annual carbon emissions, embodied carbon, or emissions from building process, maintenance, and demolition, is responsible for the 10%. To address this, Imperial Homes uses Conovate green building technology from Denmark and produces high-performance concrete, and that lasts 100 years. This means that you no longer need to demolish and rebuild, unlike conventional houses with a lifespan of 30 years that is being done by many developers in the country. On top of this, Conovate wall panels feature superior resilience against fire, typhoon, and earthquake. The next video will showcase how Conovate is transforming the landscape of the real estate industry and construction industry in the Philippines.
The fast-paced development and urbanization across the globe continue to increase the demand for building structures, but at the cost of environment degradation and vulnerable communities. Conovate Philippines Incorporated, or CPI's objective, is to develop resilient and sustainable technologies to mitigate climate-related risks. An innovation from Denmark, Conovate is an eco-friendly construction technology formulated by Ambercon in collaboration with Architect. With modular designs, Conovate is more cost-effective than conventional materials and construction methodologies. It reduces CO2 emissions as much as 13 tons per house by using less cement and other natural resources like gravel and sand. It is almost zero permeability, preventing the growth of molds and disease-causing bacteria. It has 100 years material lifespan. It is the most durable and the only high-performance concrete building material in the Philippine market for residential and building structures. Conovate's sustainable cooling and insulating ability drops temperature by 10%. Houses built with Conovate are up to 67% faster to construct, like this one-story house superstructure walls, which was installed in just 2 days. Precast panels for the walls and floor for a 2-story single detached unit were installed in 4 days. 12 units in townhouses were installed in 8 days and completed construction in 70 days. A 3.5-story condemned villa with 27 units were installed in 45 days. The innovative and creative designs by talented architects and engineers is the future of infrastructure using ultra-high performance concrete, a product of CPI. Thinner structures and complex shapes can be produced with a Conovate mix based on the client's design. Ultra-high performance concrete can produce infrastructures with longer spans, shallower depths, lighter weight, enhanced durability, superior strength and resilience, resilient and sustainable infrastructures and buildings using stronger and green materials answer the world's wake-up call for a safer environment. Conovate high-performance concrete will protect smart cities from climate-induced disaster risks in a fast-changing world.
It's a nice video, actually. We presented this during the ambassadors' dinner for top developers last week, and they were really amazed with the technology. And the technology comes from Denmark. Took them 8 to 10 years to develop the invention. It's a material that uses less cement, less heat, and so Philippines was the first one that they partnered with, and that was because I followed up with them, and I went to Denmark, and and we developed the products with them through the years, and that was in 2014 2017 when we started putting our first factory, and then from then on, 2018 up to now, we're on our 4th factory. So these green technologies benefit our home buyers, our company, and the environment. We are proud recipient of the IFC EDGE certification. It is now advanced. Usually when a developer applies with IFC and you have an ordinary building material, you probably would get an ordinary IFC EDGE. But using this kind of material brought us up to the level of advanced EDGE certification. And also because of Conovate, we are the first recipient of IFC Building Resilience Index. It's a new tool by IFC to measure how resilient your building is or your community. And I'm happy to say that our two of our communities is the recipient of the Building Resilience Index for affordable housing, the first in the world. So we're setting the trend. Thank you. Okay, so the future is green. And if we all put our acts together, we are going to contribute to a sustainable tomorrow. The challenge gave birth to PropTech Consortium of the Philippines. Because of the things that I went through, I was able to develop the hardware, which is the building technology and then the solar technology. I thought that having PropTech that will include everything, because for all of you know that PropTech in other countries are more on applications and programs that are being used by many industries and corporations, but really they did not consider the solar and the building technology, which is really the hardware. So this part of the convergence of the hardware, which is the building and the solar technology and other renewable technologies, into real estate with partner digital technologies is actually the first, I believe, again, in the world. So PropTech Consortium is a collaboration between multi-sectoral sectors and industries aiming to uplift the societal quality of life, reduce climate change risks, and to build a greener future. We will integrate environmental friendly, smart and innovative technologies into real estate. That's really our goal and objective. And as early as last year, we just launched it. We have already thousands of members, and we have signed a MOA with DSUD, and we have signed. We're going to be signing a MOA with Pag-ibig Fund. This is to digitalize the biggest housing fund in the country. We have convinced the DSUD and the Department of Energy to give incentives to developers, both from the real estate sector and the renewable sector, to be given incentives by the government for as long as they develop solar-powered resilient communities. So that's ongoing, and for a young PropTech consortium like us, that's quite a that's quite a feat, Thank you. So I'd like to encourage everyone who are all here to tell your friends who are in technology and who think that they can really connect with the real estate sector, because the real estate sector is not just fintech, it's not just the banks, but also the logistics part, We have the suppliers. How do we integrate? We have the contractors. We have the architects. So there's so many of these industries and sectors that we could connect in the real estate that could really address the housing backlog. I seriously believe that the reason why we're not taking off, 200,000 is the maximum that we're able to build versus 6.7 million housing backlog. And during the pandemic, we were just less than 100,000. There's something really that has to be done. And I think technology can address this. So if we work together and you tell your friends to join, support PropTech, and events like this with Asia CEO, we will go very far. So Torben Engard, he's the founder and chair of Ambercon in Denmark. He is, the company is the most modern element manufacturer in that part of the world. He said that less is more. To be green is to use less cement, less natural resources, and less time in building. A shift to sustainable and resilient technologies will open doors to green financing with lower interest rates. It's now ongoing. We have a Balay Verde program that gives 3% interest versus 6.5% interest from Pag-ibig Fund and other banking institutions. And as I said a while ago, there is a memorandum of understanding that was signed between the Department of Energy and the DSUD, which includes the Board of Investment from the Department of Trade and Industry. They are currently crafting the guidelines to provide incentives not just to real estate developers, but also to renewable developers who are going to participate in making solar-powered resilient communities all over the country. So this means less is more for our buyers, and less is good for our country and humanity. Thank you so much, and please enjoy the speakers that we have today. We have great ones, so stay there. Thank you.